All right. Just wanted to get some music going this morning for everybody out there. It's probably a crazy week. You just doing all the crazy Christmas shopping. Everybody's running around, and a lot of you have work off, but you're still busy getting everything ready. That was Stranger in My Town, Volume 2, and the song was Indian, the beginning of their album Volume 2. Uh, they're an Italian uh, band. Seems like they're mostly instrumental. Very cool. Go check them out on Bandcamp. Um, so let's get the morning going. Get all these projects going. Get all these ideas warmed up. Maybe even write a song. So I haven't been watching any of the news, and if that's a place you're looking for, that's not here. We're going to be just entering into our own mental state for the sake of sanity and production in society, or our own parallel societies. Uh, that's a very popular thing that's taken off since the Great Resignation. People are just kind of going to work in their own way now. You know, maybe people don't have a 9 to 5 anymore and they're making more money. Um, a lot of people are converting their homes into miniature factories. You know, getting 3D printers, hydroponic bays, uh, looms, people making clothes. People are just going to work in all kinds of different ways. And I guess I guess my morning show is going to be directed towards you folks, the people that are just blazing their own trail, doing their own thing, getting up for their own reasons, not because some boss out there told you to, but because you told yourself to, because you want to make the money, because your business needs you, and you worry about it, and you want to grow, you want to make it better, you want to become smarter. This morning show is for you, because this is the future. Isn't it great? I'm so excited. I thought the future was gonna suck big time, but the future is bright and green and good. Um, we don't have to work in a skyscraper anymore. I mean, I have friends that do, and I'm very proud of them, and but that's what they want to do, and they're happy, and I'm happy for them. But for all the people that you know didn't have a choice, or they if they wanted to make money and be successful, you had to go to the big city and do all this stuff. But the internet, oh my goodness, and UPS too, you guys, here's to you too, because you make it happen. All of the people that can have their businesses at home and ship out their productions, wonderful. What just great. I'm loving this future. I never thought it would be like this. Like a delivery service, and then a instant radio communication across the planet with text. We got a nice screen here, and you can get a good clicky keyboard if you want to, and you get a nice super smooth laser mouse. Ah, how luxurious! And we can do our work at home now with our families. And it's my hope that more people than ever, wherever you are able to work at home and be with their families this Christmas. Uh, you know, I hope you're not working through Christmas, but you know what I mean. Like you can tell yourself like I can take that day off. You business owners out there, you people blazing those trails, and this is the new economy, and we need to keep helping each other. I see so much support on Etsy, so many people helping each other out, leaving links for some other person that has something that could maybe help them out, teaming up, artists teaming up. Everybody just needs to forget politics and concentrate on this really cool parallel economy that's forming. These breakaway civilizations, these people homeschooling, just doing your own thing. I love it. That is the American dream. The technology that we invent here is supposed to help us flourish. And you know, damn it, I'm so sick and tired of people trying to get me to believe that this is one of the worst times of inequality or injustice on the planet. There has, you know, there's never been a more freeing moment in human history where you can go out and make your own fortune from your house. You can get on here and become a big internet personality if you want to. My cat was trying to knock over a glass of water. You can do that and not even leave home or produce anything, make any. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I would just say there's a lot of people that are live that just live stream and don't throw stuff together, and like Twitch people. I'm not going to get into some of the negative aspects of the e-thoughts or whatever, but you know what I mean? Everybody can kind of go their own way, and nobody has any real justification to whine anymore. You can go out and buy your own land and start a farm and never see anybody else ever again if the world is that big of a problem for you. You know, you can become a separatist. You know, you don't have to, you know, the beautiful part of this is we don't have to fight. We don't have to burn anything down. We don't have to hurt anybody. All we got to do is scatter. All we got to do is leave. All we got to do is go grow a garden. All we got to do is build a house. Isn't that easier than getting shot and burnt and poisoned and thrown? You know? Sure it is. And I think a lot of people are catching on to that. I think the media is trying to say, "Oh no, you should get really mad and stay in your house too, but also come out and protest. It's okay to do that. And burn everything down." Boo. Nah, man. You know what I thought was glorious? When all this COVID happened, Lowe's ran out of lumber. So did Home Depot. What did everybody do? They started to build their futures. Not worry about the past. Everybody started their project. He gave everybody a bunch of time. I don't know, if that was intended to be like a pressure release valve for society. Maybe the psychoanalysts and all the Harry Seldons up in the government were like, hey, we need to get the population to chill out. Maybe we should, like, you know, let them stay at home and not feel like slaves. Give them some COVID pay. And that stopped though. And if you notice, a lot more people have quit since the COVID pay, sick leave. If you get COVID and test for it, they give you money to stay at home even though you're sick. They're stopping that. So a lot of people are quitting because of that. Because this is a weird new virus that fucks with people for a long time. Makes you sick for a long time. And but fuck you. We're not paying you. And they won't let you come to work. So that's an impossible situation. Of course people are going to start a business. Of course people are going to quit. They don't have a choice anymore. And we're all migrating to the internet. My fear, my only fear I have about that is there is a weak link. And I think people are trying to shore that up with mesh topology, mesh networking. Ham radio mesh networks that send text messages where we could still have forums is going to be the future. I mean, it has to be. ISPs are going to be controlled by government entities, which are the government's controlled by companies, so through lobbying. So people are going to have to get these little... You know how you used to have a cable box if you wanted to get like HBO? We're going to have to do that for the internet. Just get a little box that we hook up to our computer that shoots radios out. And the more people on the mesh, the more connections there are, the faster and better that internet would be. And it would be a people's internet. You could 3D print all this shit and print some circuits. And that's what I mean. This is just an amazing time to be alive. There's going to be somebody out there listening to this that knows how to do all that. Or maybe they have a friend and they're in a group and they're able to make this stuff happen. I've heard about these things called maker spaces, where people share a lab and make all kinds of stuff together. That was years ago. I don't know if people still do that, but what a great concept. What a wonderful idea. It's all coming back. We're all wanting to go back to Little House on the Prairie. And, is it any wonder? Is it any wonder that we want to isolate and kind of be off on our own and form our own communities? I'm so glad that I can feel happy again, being away from the mainstream, the toxic mainstream. I'm starting to just realize everything is falling into place perfectly. People are blazing their own trails. They're leaving. They're not listening anymore. They don't care about their job at Wendy's. They're gonna fucking just walk out. What are you gonna do to stop them? Well, they're not gonna be able to eat. Well, we've got hydroponic bay technology. You can easily assemble that shit and supplement your food supply. People are out here making their own fucking toilet paper. I'm just amazed. I'm tired of seeing everybody have some lame fucking excuse for being in a bad mood. I know all of you out there are too. I just am trying to take stock of it this Christmas. Of how far I've come, with happiness since I've just stopped being political, stopped being angry, stopped being informed about what's on the news, being informed about what terrible things going on in another city. I've just only been focusing on my county, just here, just with my people and the towns that I know that are close to me within, like 15 minutes. My life has got so much better. I've actually got to know people around my town that I probably would have never got to know if I was still watching the news, still watching the mainstream. And the mainstream now is like Steven Crowder, and Ben Shapiro's mainstream. I'm not, MSNBC and CNN and Fox News, that's boomer shit, okay? There's a new mainstream for our generation, and that's what it is. Steven Crowder, Ben Shapiro, I don't know the other ones. I don't fucking care. But they're they're always like feel this, feel that, feel angry. Can you believe the outrage? I mean, they're fucking ridiculous, man. They're stupid. Yeah, whatever. You don't need to fucking just sensationalize everything and then try to convince people to get into this war and that war and all this shit where they don't put their money where their mouth is and expect you to do everything and buy their $100 fucking coffee mug. What the fuck, man? Does he expect everybody to buy a $100 coffee mug and then pour their coffee into his mug with his name on it and drink out of his name cup? I mean, what a power move, but seems kind of gay to me. Don't want to drink out of a fucking another man's coffee mug. Is that just me? Yeah, I'm not doing that. I might, drink out of a Babylon 5 mug or something. But I don't know about $100 coffee cup with that man in particular's name on it, talking about how loud he is. I don't know, man. I don't like what he did to Jared and Sven. And I don't like how he called Jared gay. I don't care if there was a knot in front of it. I don't know why Jared put up with that. Some bullshit. I would have not put up with that fucking gay dumb bullshit. And as I talked about the video about the shower rooms, it's just I'm calling it out. It ain't all right. It's not okay to emasculate other men like that to make yourself feel better. It's not okay when you're shaking another man's hand to turn his hand sideways and put your hand on top and his on the bottom. That's fucking gay too. And then I gotta arm wrestle your ass and embarrass you. And then you try to push it on me, like, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, you're fucking clutching my hand like a death grip. And you're power moving me. Oh, what? No, I'm not. That happened to me in church once, and I didn't let this dude twist my hand around, and I kept our hands parallel. Okay? Like like my hand was sideways, was vertical, his hand was vertical. And then he was trying to make it to where he was on top of my hand and sideways. Like, you know how somebody will come out and shake your hand, and then they come out in a big arch, and then they have the bottom of their palm of their hand pointing to the ground, and they're like, this is how we're shaking hands. And I'm like, nope. I come with my hand straight out, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna twist your arm around, you're gonna... Hell no, motherfucker. You need to learn how to shake hands, bitch. This ain't fucking going down like this. I ain't having you put your hand over mine and dominate my hand. No. And I've had this discussion with a lot of men, and they agree that this is some bullshit. This is some stupid bullshit. I ain't doing it. You know, you don't need to have like a limp handshake either. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you know, a firm handshake. Not fucking hard. It's not a contest. Oh, you. No, dude. It's a fucking test to see, you know, can I have a relationship here with you? Can I have, you know, can we relate? Can we work together here, man? You know, what's going on here? You know, the people that I've become best friends with, men, they when we shake hands, firm handshake, parallel to one another, a little, you know, 1, 2, 3, shake while we're talking to each other, some eye contact, and then we look away and talk about something else. Okay, with the ritual is complete. You got good neutral energy. I got good neutral energy. I'm not super negative, not super limp in my handshake. You know, I have control over my aggression. I have control. And some people say, yeah, well, I can apply my aggression, and then, you know, I'll put my hand over them, and then I'll dominate them, and they'll do what I say. Okay, whatever, dude. You want to do that? I ain't going to fuck with you, man. I ain't going to fucking hang out with you. You can go hang out with a bunch of little bitches, but you're never going to hang out with individuated men that could help you, that are intelligent enough to see things. But hey, what? I don't give a fuck. Go fail. Go fail. I ain't gonna hang out with you no more. I ain't gonna go back to your church. It got a bunch of people doing that type of stuff. Okay? It's some fake, lying, manipulative bullshit. No logos involved whatsoever. Pathos. Which that's important at some moments. But not when you're trying to make friends, not when you're fellowshipping. Okay? Anyway, shake hands, right? A lot of people don't even deal with that shit anymore, as I was saying, because we just are off in our own worlds now, our own maker spaces, our own dimensions. And that's good, I think. We come up with our own handshakes with each other. And people come together and have their own conventions, concerts. People are just forming their own thing. And very quickly, the mainstream is drying up and giving way to a million little streams and creeks and waterfalls. I want to be a waterfall. With some moss and stalactites. That way when you run across the rocks on the waterfall, you don't slip. It's got that little grip like sandpaper on your feet instead of the smooth, slick rock stuff. Been at some waterfalls like that, and they're wonderful. You can run around, not smash your brain open on the beautiful waterfall. It's like it was meant to be. Paradise. I'm loving it, and I'm tired of hiding it. Tired of hiding my joy about everybody just taking their destiny into their own hands. Writing their own story. I've been, for years watching this Big Les show. This guy from Australia, Jared. Jared Wright. Yeah, Jared Wright. And this Australian dude just single-handedly made this wonderful Sasquatch cartoon about the Sasquatches that travel through dimensions, and there's little stoner Bigfoot guys, and they help him fight these demons, these mutated demons that look like a fucked up Homer Simpson. The Chumas. Chuma Island. Fucking skits, mate. It's a good show. But this dude he just went out and made his own world, his own cartoon, his own characters. And he did it in MS Paint on a school laptop. In a tree, from what I understand. He would climb up in a tree with his laptop and animate the Big Les show and I guess voice it. Amazing. Amazing. I really hope he comes back and makes new cartoons. He doesn't have to make Big Les, but just new cartoons, man. Love that guy and his humor, and I tell you what, one of the most moving scenes in animation I've ever witnessed was in the Big Les show. And any of you that are fans out there will know what I'm talking about. The MS Paint scene on Chuma Island, where he meets Sassy on the hill between darkness and light. He's just playing the guitar. It's making me all emotional. But Sassy just explains to him, like, yeah, man, you're a drawing, you're an animation, you're a creation of this dude named Jared, and he just broke the fifth wall, the fourth wall. Nah, he broke the fifth wall. I think I said that right the first time, because he broke the mind. he went all the way, man, and he broke the fifth wall. And he just showed himself being animated. This cartoon character witnessed himself being animated in Microsoft Paint. And it blew his mind, and he just opened his mouth, and he couldn't believe it, and he faded into white. He just couldn't believe. And the music, my God, it was just a masterpiece, man. You can't beat that. This dude just poured out his heart and soul into this little dinky school computer and made just a masterpiece of art and meaning, symbolism, just depth. I'd love for Jonathan Pageau to go over the Big Les show, because it's just one guy that made it, and I think it's I would love an analysis of that. I mean, because there's probably stuff in there that I've missed. I watch that show over and over and over. Goodness, when I'm just so fucking sad, I turn on the Big Les show, and it's just it just kills me, man. It just cracks me the fuck up. I've always kind of just liked the old MTV shows, the early Mike Judge, and this just gave me those vibes, but with a psychedelic spin, and just a not give a fuck attitude. Really like a punk rock show, man. In the spirit of just like shotguns, yelling, good music, good vibes, good friendship, and morals and lessons. Guy had a vision, and he poured it out. I'm so happy for that guy. I mean, it's inspirational. So inspirational for me to try to get my own work done. Get my own art out there. My own sci-fi ideas. I think I need to inject more humor into my stories. I tend to get a little dramatic. But, what do I spend my time watching and loving over and over? It's the ones with the good humor. The good, because that's real. People make jokes along the way, man. People do, and if you do take everything so dead serious, even in a deadly situation, you'll probably end up dead. You got to help yourself relax a little bit. And my stories, they tend to be a little too dramatic. A little too I don't know, Lovecraftian. I need it, yeah. But my mood is different since getting away from all this bullshit, and seen a definite impact on my music and art. Got to keep on keeping on, everybody. Keep on the good tracks. Now, let's see. We'll take another selection here. Let's see. Alright. We're going to take another break here, and I'm going to hit you with Octopus Diver, album The Last Trip of a Lifetime. The song is called Spiritual Galaxy. Enjoy.
Great to be here. I thank you. I've been on the road doing comedy for 10 years now, so bear with me while I plaster on a fake smile and plow through this shit one more time. Teasing, it's magic every show. I love being a comedian. It's the greatest job in the world, really. I love the hour, you know, and the greatest thing about it is I don't have a boss. That's a definite plus in a lifestyle, man. You know, every job I ever had with bosses, I was always harassed. Hicks, how come you're not working? I go, there's nothing to do. Well, you pretend like you're working. Well, why don't you pretend I'm working? Yeah, man, you get paid more than me, you fantasize. Yeah, I'll pretend I'm mopping. Knock yourself out. I'll pretend they're buying stuff. We can close up. Love being a comedian, but I hate the travel part of it. Travel sucks. Sitting in airports, sitting on the plane, on the runway, and the plane won't take off. My personal favorite. Frequent waiting. Yeah. Telling you, every time I see a hijacking on the news now, I just think to myself, do it. Let's see how far you get. I paid and didn't get off the ground, man. I've thought about that, putting a gun to a pilot's head. That'd feel real good. Just one time. This is a hijacking. Where do you want to go, Cuba? No, I want to go where this plane was supposed to be 5 hours ago! That's right, I'm hijacking this plane to its scheduled destination. Who's in? Who's in? I've been traveling. I've noticed a certain anti-intellectualism sweeping our world I find quite frightening. I was in Nashville, Tennessee last year. After the show, I went to a Waffle House. I'm not proud of it. I was hungry. And I'm alone, I'm eating, and I'm reading a book, right? Waitress walks over to me. Hey, what you reading for? Sound like the weirdest question you've ever heard? Not what am I reading, but what am I reading for? Well, God damn it, you stumped me. Why do I read? I guess I read for a lot of reasons, and the main one is so I don't end up being a waffle waitress. Fairly high on the list of reasons. But then this trucker in the next booth gets up, stands over me, and goes, well, looks like we got ourselves a reader. What the f***'s going on here? It's not like I walked into a Klan rally in a Boy George outfit. God damn it, it's a book. I read. There, I said it. Waitress goes, why read when you can just flip on the tube? Because it's not the same. What do you think I'm reading? Hee Haw the book?
We never have sex anymore, my wife and I, because...
You know, it's interesting to me how that joke is aged. Because, you know, a lot of people do read now, but they're reading Marxist shit. And they're turning into, you know, full-on communists wanting to steal your shit. And you know, the Christian people are kind of, you know, the people that he's making fun of are the ones coming out in the light here. They're coming out in the good, and I don't know if that joke, the anti-intellectual, the book joke at the Waffle House has aged very well. because now there is an anti-intellectualism that is forming of, yeah, you're too smart for your own good, and you start pissing off people, and maybe it hasn't been as much that, but the Twitter wars and Facebook and maybe all that has influenced a lot, but these ideas probably are repeating cycles of archetypes that possess people. You know, Cain and Abel, basically. Still love Bill Hicks, but I can see he's got a real problem with Christianity. And I did too, man. When I was younger, I was rebellious. I was like, what's all this for anyway? What are you talking about? There's a guy in the sky and the dude down below in fire. What are you talking about? And people can give me all kinds of shit for this, but I didn't really figure it out until Jordan Peterson. I think that's because I have this analytical mind, and I didn't understand. Also, psychedelics help me understand the mystical and spiritual. I probably wouldn't have if I didn't do all this combination of things. I just didn't understand what the hell anybody was talking about. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't experience those things until, I don't know, closed off, something weird about me, too much aggression, don't know. But through those things, I started to form some understanding. Listen to all these out there bands, Tool, Emo Amos. Started listening to all this these crazy fringe ideas and people and blends and all that. I was listening to Jonathan Pageau talk about Gnosticism and what that means, and I think I kind of get it. I think I've always been turned off by those types of people now that I heard him kind of explain it in a video, because I thought, is that me? What am I exactly? I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it all out. I'm not really sure. I'm not sold on one thing or another thing until I start getting like some intense feelings of like, hey, this feels right. Like in my heart. I don't know. I feel like when I get that sensation that I'm connecting to some kind of subconscious understanding. My anima and animus are having a conversation. I could be totally wrong, but that's what I think is happening to me. And I'll read certain passages of the Bible, and then it'll make me feel something in my heart, like really a real sensation in my chest. And then it'll like go through my arms and my legs and in my head and my body, and it makes me feel good all over. I'm like, oh, this feels true. I think this is true. And then I'll read it again and make sure, like, am I understanding this correctly? Is this the right context? And then this will wash over me, this feeling. And, I think that's God. I think that's the goodness of God. And, and I don't know if Gnostic people feel that way, is I think what Jonathan Pageau was saying. So it was just such a big, I don't know why I worry. I guess I'm like, am I going to go to hell? Am I for asking questions? Oh no. And I think, because I like that guy, and he was saying, no, that's not what's going on. I mean, if you're asking questions, you're asking questions, Abraham wrestled with God, and he's not a Gnostic, and was like, oh, okay, so I'm just wrestling. I'm just trying to. What a relief. But I think a lot of these people like Bill Hicks and all that, and Tool, and I suppose were that people associate that with the Gnostic stuff, and I got into a lot of that and tried to understand what in the world is going on. And I think modern concerts and music are the new religion. They evoke these religious feelings in people far more than I think churches do. But they don't have any. They should like have a I don't know, I don't know. Some bands do, I guess, have a philosophy. If you have a band, it's like you are creating your own denomination of a religion. It just is. I can't help but notice that at all the concerts I've been to. It has music is religion in a lot of ways. Music is a holy thing. No matter how many pentagrams or upside down crosses some of these bands want to put, it's a holy experience that everybody can connect to. You can have like 5 people in a band energize 1,000,000 people. That's magic. Powerful magic. That's amazing. That's amazing that can happen. That people feel this power through these ordered sounds, that they're able to manifest some sort of energy in you, or evoke emotion, sadness, anger, love. Or motivation, some kind of blend between all of those things. Let's listen in now on some good music. I'm gonna go get some coffee. Alright, everybody, that was Cosmic Rover and their new album, Heavy, premiering now. Go check them out. They're on Bandcamp and premiering on Mr. Doom's channel. Very good channel. And yeah, I'm a Christian person listening to heavy metal and things with 666. Uh-oh. What's that mean? Well, that means my spirit is strong enough to take on the armies of hell. And when I hear stuff that I really just fucking don't like, like Slayer, I hate Slayer. Don't ever listen to that shit. 'Cause that is satanic. I think a lot of people, upside down cross is the 666. It's just, people trying to be rebellious. And, my opinion is that, God gave the devil a job. And that job is to test you. And some people just want to test you. If you're not willing to go down into the cave and fight the monster and get the gold and save the virgin, well then, life's going to come out of the cave and eat you. Also, a lot of those dudes aren't really into that. Gets associated, doom metal. The doom just means heavy bass. Just like boom, boom. I can't do it. I'm not a guitar. But, just this this heavy bass. This 70s fuzz. 60s, 70s fuzz. That's the stuff I like. But anyway, hope everybody's having a good morning. You're getting underway on your projects. You're making headway into your future. I know a lot of Etsy people out there. You're super busy getting all your Christmas orders in and getting everything, wrapped up so that you can enjoy your holiday seasons. But we're all in this together, making this thing go round. If you
once you recognize that this is
if you I got too many tabs open as always. Trying to figure this out and figure that out. But I think that's going to be about it for the show this morning. I hope it helped. I'll do these more often. Helps me get my mind get going. I'm going to go off and continue doing my projects, and we'll all meet in the middle here on the internet and talk about it. Okay. Till next time, you all have a great day, and Merry Christmas.